Yeah, that applause can mean only one thing. Troy started clapping first. Welcome back.
It really is humiliating when you see like the audience is applauding, but then you see someone from the team like doing that and applauding. Like, oh, fuck.
Human applause sign.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
We're in Montreal at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival.
Yes, and Ari left. He had, I guess, another thing.
He was offended.
He had to wash his giant balls.
That's probably what it is.
That's right.
Fucking oniony bag.
But we have Annie Lederman and Dan Soder and Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero.
Hi.
And all of you beautiful people.
Natasha, what shows are you on now? You have a lot more projects than probably all of us.
No, I have a show.
What are you doing exactly right now?
I don't know.
She's adjusting comfortably.
Yeah, you're right. I've never seen this.
I have a show on Comedy Central called Another Period that is coming back. I think you guys get it on Much, but from your applause, maybe not.
Not so much, shall we say?
It's called Another Period, and then also I'm playing Andrew Dice Clay's wife in Dice.
Just what I've always pictured my wife would be doing.
Whatever, you Dice Clay cuck.
I'm like, not my president. He's like, oh!
I got your wife! Oh!
Now, Moshe, if you're like, I want a blowjob, does she go, you have to say the magic words? You go, hickory dickory dock.
Does she put her arm all the way around to suck your dick?
Is Dice big? Because I find that Canadians are like kind of sweet and easily offended. Like I can't imagine them really.
Not in Montreal, they ain't sweet.
No.
You guys, Dice was probably popular up here at one point because he's so anti what a lot of the folks up here are. But he's such a, isn't he also? I toured with him for a long time. He's one of the greatest guys, and people who don't know him have this weird impression of him. And then you meet him, and he's like, he's just a goofball. He likes to be babied and mothered. He's like a sweet guy.
Shoplift.
Yeah.
I would love to see you babying.
He loves it.
He has like a crew that follows him around that consists of his current wife, her mother, his ex-fiance, and they all give him massages.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But like different, like, you know, like the wife's mom knows how to work the area of his feet, and then the ex-wife steps on his back. Like he's got a whole system worked out.
When I worked with him, I was the opener, Club Soda Kenny and Happy Face. Have you met Happy Face?
Unfortunately, no.
No. He's a martial artist. They were bodyguards for Andrew. And he would get the massage, and what he would do is he would lay in bed.
He let a man massage him because he told me he would ask me to massage him. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking massage you.
Yeah, he would get men to massage him. What he would do is Happy Face, they would do, put the pillows on Happy. Andrew would lie in his bed in Vegas. Happy put the pillow over Dice's ass so there was no man-to-man contact, and he would straddle him and dig into his neck. And
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking news. Andrew Dice Clay is a massage freak, y'all.
Yo, he's crazy for massages.
That man loves body work.
No, he is I've never met anyone like him. I mean, he's kind of a maniac.
He is.
We were in a Rite Aid, and he was like stealing candy, and then he's like, it tastes better when it's free.
That's exactly the opposite of how I feel about sex. But yeah, we used to go into the Harley Davidson store in Vegas, and Andrew would just put sweatshirts on. I've never seen anybody steal like him.
So he's a klepto.
Oh boy.
And then he also
makes me
There's
so
two things I like: shoplifting and massages, baby.
Oh, you know what's better than stealing a massage? Nothing.
It's difficult to do because of the sort of logistical concerns.
Really, you gotta have an understanding you're gonna pay after the massage, then you walk out.
You run, baby.
I mean, he'll smoke in the airport. He'll smoke. He's like, and people will come up to him and be like, "Sir, you can't smoke in here." He's like, "Oh, I didn't see any signs." Like he just, and then I saw him put a cigarette out on his palm. Like he's just a crazy person.
Do you know what he used to say? And we would tour. And Kenny told me this would happen. Where Dice would smoke in the airport and people would come up. I saw him like light up at baggage claim, and then when people would come up to him and go, "You can't smoke here," he would go, "Nah, we got the special permission from the governor." And he was so... Now you probably couldn't do it that blatantly, but again, when the whole non-smoking thing was just kicking in, he would say that. And
we have special
permission from the governor.
He's a great actor,
so he's so deadpan with it. You're like, all right, I guess.
I love the idea of that in reality, of a real governor like Andrew Dice. Who? Yes, definitely. Special dispensation.
Yes.
You say Benson and Hedges at the airport? Indeed, yes.
Yes, but he is a very accidentally funny and intentionally funny person.
Yeah.
So,
But he's so different than people would expect when you meet him. Like, people expect him to be a certain way. And you're great on the show. You're so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the show's really, really good.
It is. I'm happy for him. I'm happy
Season
for him.
2 starts August 20th.
Amazing.
So what are you guys doing up here?
We're comedians, so we're at the Just for Laughs.
In Sam's defense, with these two couches, it looks like a rich couple's visiting their white trash relatives. Like, Andy and I are like, y'all are going to hear us fuck. So
We rolled up in our bang bus.
Oh, yeah, so TIG welding. That sounds interesting. I'm a screenwriter.
We love your glasses,
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
We
well-
get it, you read. all right?
Moshe looks rich with his socks and his slides on.
He does.
that does like a very, like, I really dress up very well, kind of.
Or he's like, I'm so rich it doesn't even matter what's on my feet.
Well, actually, I'm incredibly fashion forward and look great.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that for the listeners at home.
But Moshe and I are on tour, and we just we're on this honeymoon tour. Can you guys shut up?
Yeah, in the back.
Yeah, it's very loud back there.
Nice.
That's the only break the maids get, and they have to. And they're like, all right, I guess we won't have our time. And I'm like, this is a silly idea that I had. That must be the fucking worst to work at this hotel and a bunch of clowns staying here.
Oh, God.
We're all like, my jokes are important. My jokes are important.
You think this is the worst job of their year?
No.
This is worse than the International Plastic Manufacturer Convention. They're probably
Or the
thrilled.
Cirque du Soleil, all the body paint left behind.
Or the furries, the people who dress up and fuck in animal costumes.
Oh, that's got to be fun. Well, they kind of sop up their own cum with the...
That's true.
That is a one-stop
That's
shop.
Yeah, I don't have to
That's
worry
actually why they do the furry thing. It's not about the fur, it's about the
about
stop.
the cleanup afterwards.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to do this.
We don't
They're
need
more
towels.
neat freaks.
Anyway, Moshe and I are on tour. We have a honeymoon tour, so we're entering the second year of what I'm trying to do is a 10-year honeymoon.
Wow.
And we have 5 cities left.
Yeah, we're going to Boston, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, and Minneapolis. Those are our remaining dates. Natasha, good plug. Subtle. I like
Nailed it.
I'll
And
send
then
my
I
parents.
do a headlining set. Moshe does a headlining set if he can follow that.
Oh!
I was hoping you were going to say you
that.
opened.
Who is
I
she
was hoping
married
you
to? You or Dice? Oh!
And then we do live relationship counseling, which has been the most fun part of the tour.
I think last time I saw Natasha at Caroline's, it got really, really weird because there was a couple fighting or something.
In the crowd?
In the crowd, and you had to bring them up on stage.
Was that it? I remember I did Caroline's with Natasha once, and she did this joke about getting an AIDS test at the DMV.
Oh yeah, I opened with it, and this woman.
It's a great joke.
This woman, I don't remember what it is. I don't do it
It's just
anymore.
they're doing AIDS tests at the DMV now.
Oh, right. The only thing worse than standing in line at the DMV is finding out you have AIDS. For some reason, I decided to open with that joke at Caroline's. This woman gets up with her. She's like, "My brother has AIDS."
Oh, God.
Anyway, I wish
I
you.
thought she was like, my license is expired. How dare you?
I found that whole process very convenient.
But then she got up, and her entire table all left, and that was I still had 48 minutes left.
Oh, that's awesome. Then
Good. Get them out early.
absolutely.
Fuck you losers.
Get the AIDS people out.
Oh, your brother has AIDS? Get out of my show.
Anybody have not a friend with AIDS? Come on up, sit in this table. It'll be my honor. It is weird what sends people out of the room. It's fucking 2017 and you can't make an AIDS. It's yeah. It's just,
I liked when I was working with you years ago.
That makes one of us.
In Jersey once, and a couple, it was just this nice unassuming couple that wandered into a comedy show having no clue what they were going to see, and they stood up pretty early, and you were really nice about it. You're like, I can't be for everyone. They obviously didn't know what they were coming into, and I like that. I think about that every time the full audience leaves when I'm performing.
Yeah,
I go,
if they're not
you
rude.
can't be for anyone. Or
Well, by the way, a Jim Norton ticket is not like a 2-for-1 at the local chuckle joint. It's like they spent money to get there. They didn't do a cursory.
You're
Googling.
already on the show. You don't have to you don't have to beg him for.
I'm not pandering. I'm saying his tickets are
pandering.
overpriced. My point
And they paper the room and they're overpriced.
I'm just saying, how about a light Google search?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to watch this year? Okay, not for me.
Was it like just dirty jokes or like sex stuff?
You know, you never know. It depends on when people. A lot of comedy clubs, that would never happen in the theater. But in a comedy club, a lot of times they just go to the comedy club, and once in a while, if they're quiet and they leave, I don't say anything. I was at the Melrose Improv recently, and I was doing something, and I was having a great set, and this fucking couple up front, these dog shit people, I could see them like almost texting across, hated my fucking guts, and I finally said something. Normally, if they're not making noise, it's not my business if they laugh, but they were being such cunts, and people could notice them hating, and so they finally left. But I think they were at the wrong show.
No, I think you asked them. Like,
you were there.
I was there, and you were. It was the most peaceful walkout I've ever seen because you were like confronting them. And you're like, you guys haven't left yet. I don't think you're enjoying this. Blah blah blah. And after like 3 questions, you were like, well, are you in the wrong room? Da da da. And they were like, yeah. That's what we were texting about. We came to the wrong club, and they left.
And they left.
Yeah,
we
were
were
actually
in the wrong room.
We're just going for sushi.
Well,
we don't
what's
even know.
funny is,
I don't even know what this is.
You're talking about incest. I just wanted to have a California roll.
they're like, we wanted to see the Bringer show in the lab. We didn't want to see your professional comedy.
Well, you know what it is too. It's like, and you know, of course, I'm like, well, you know, all right, well, thanks for coming, but I'm really hoping, like, how great would it be if a drunk driver plowed into them on the way out? Like, oh, we should have just listened to him more, and we'd both be able to walk to this day. All right. I hate people who walk out. I mean, I try to be nice about it, but I fucking hate them.
I had one that completely derailed me at the cellar. Right when I got in, I was in the middle of my act, and this woman just got up, and she goes, I heard this last week.
Oh, my God.
It just starts to walk out, and I go,
She said that?
yeah, I go, what? And Esty had walked into the room, and it's like one of those things where I was like double terrified. And I go, I'm a comedian. That's what we do. And she's like, no, I'm just going to go smoke a cigarette. You just do your thing like that. And
I hate when
my
they say
God.
that, and they always say that. They go,
just do. No, it's okay. Just do. She wasn't like trying to be mean, but she was
Yes, she was.
like, okay.
I
have a hard time admitting when I'm being
arrogance
abused.
of a person that thinks that a comedy show ought to be catered to what they saw 1 week earlier.
Yeah.
It's just
so
ridiculous.
fucking unbelievable.
Well, yeah, no, it's people just like, I'm personally offended. You were supposed to know my uncle fucked me with a pickle. Why did you do a pickle joke? It's like, we didn't have a survey beforehand. I had a woman.
Also, what a creative uncle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He worked at a deli. He worked with what he had.
And then also you eat the evidence after.
He goes, I only fuck with dill. I don't like sweet pickles.
And he talks like
that Irish short story where he fucks his niece with the pickle and then he feeds it to the cops afterwards. That's a deep cut for you guys.
I had a woman stand up and call me racist, and I had not mentioned race. It was a woman, table of black women who were talking, and I just addressed it. And she went, "You're a racist," and I was like, "I mean, I'm not." She was like, "We need a fork." I'm like, "Can we get them a fork?" Like, I'm trying to help them stop talking. And then she goes, "Just do your job." And I'm like, "I'm trying to do my job. You're all talking. Shut the fuck up." And then she ends up getting up. She's like, "You need to retire." And I was like, "That is so nice of you to think that I would have a full career and then retire." And I was like, maybe go to Florida.
I love the idea that at the moment you said, "I am not a racist," a black man sat directly next to you.
Ron Funches.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going to fact check this story.
I gazed into his eyes. I'm not racist, right? Say it, Ron. Say it.
That's why
Hello,
I
Ron.
appeared. Hi.
How are you, buddy?
It seems like I was needed.
Anytime a white girl says I'm not racist, Ron Funches appears.
Yeah.
He's like Beetlejuice.
I didn't say I wasn't racist. I said I hadn't said anything racist yet.
Yeah, I just go, oh, is that true? Well, then let me have sex with you.
Prove it.
That really is the acid test of racism. Will you fuck Ron Funches?
I'm out there doing the Lord's work.
Well, in that case, I am not racist.
Welcome to the show. Now, are you doing your own thing up here, or what are you doing in the festival?
Yeah, I'm doing some hour show, my own little shows, and then just running around doing random shit.
When can people see you?
They could see me at a place whose name I often forget.
called the I'm Not Racist Theater.
It's called Bring Your White Pussy.
Yeah, please.
What a great name for a tour.
Yeah, that is a good name. I think it's called Monument National, something like that. It's at 10:30 at night. I'm doing some fun material. Come to it or not. I'm doing well. I'm confident.
Okay. Good for you, because I'm just the opposite. I'm begging for people to come to the Jisoo Theater, and I'm fucking Scatman Crothersing it up. You know.
Do you stay calm?
The important thing is, how did you feel too? Because At Midnight got canceled,
Yeah.
and you were I had
champion.
I had a good run on that, but you had a phenomenal run. How many did you have? 25 straight wins?
Sure.
About that?
I had 20 wins.
20 wins, and not
yeah.
that it mattered because it was not really
It's
a
like
game.
WWE. So
But that
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun. It was a fun show to do.
Yeah, it's really fun. I was just, and it's got a lot of fans that came out. It gave you a chance to show your humor without running through your material.
Right.
And that's that is a big boon for me because I don't like to write new material if I don't have to.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of sad that it's ending, especially so suddenly. Kind of wish they would, give you new host or new.
Ron, you
try
should
something.
host it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to.
Okay. I think we just watched that full process.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I would
No
like-
agents had to get involved, no lawyers. That was great.
They were just at the other side of the door. Like, should I run in now?
It would be fun. I mean, sure. I would. No one came to me with that option.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have had guest hosts for a while. Like
Yeah,
you would have
try
done a
something
week.
out.
Yeah.
You would have done a week. Jim could have done a week.
Thank you
I
for-
would have done a week, Natasha.
Yes.
I'd have done a fucking month, Natasha.
all over.
Maybe they want to just put somebody else there. Who knows? I don't know. It seemed like an easy show to
so
do as
fun.
far
They
as
should just have a hologram host it,
Yeah.
and then the
Man,
comedians could all do their thing.
That does sound disrespectful.
That sounds like such a burn. Should have done it years ago. Years ago.
Because a lot of the people who would be good at hosting it, you can't be in two places at once.
That's
I
very
can be
true.
there, Natasha.
You got the job, Annie.
So you're on the road now full time, and you're not doing that. Do you have any projects you're working on, or no?
I'm gonna do a few episodes on this ABC show called The Goldbergs, and
Oh yeah, what is that about? I've heard of that show. I haven't-
Circumcisions, just to bring us back.
What is that show?
It's a
kinda like
period piece.
Yeah, it's like the Wonder Years for like the '90s and something like that.
Oh, it's about a family in the
Oh, I
90s.
thought it took place in the 70s.
I really haven't looked into it.
I think it's the 80s.
I think you're right, Ron.
I don't think it's the 90s.
You didn't read the
It's the
script, Ron.
80s or
Oh God, I hate to. It's actually
President
a crime
Ford.
drama.
Oh, is it a crime drama?
No, it's not.
No, I'm pretty.
Damn it, I suck.
Well, it's about a
Sitcom.
Jewish family, so in a tangential way, it's about an insurance crime drama. But that's the. All right, fuck you guys, man.
I know.
That
They
was a
got
good
very
joke.
tough all of a sudden.
You should host at midnight with that joke. That was
I like
really
that
good.
you guys.
Oh, okay, Annie, but nobody even offered you the fucking job.
I know. Well, if I was married to an agent, maybe.
I like you guys look like a couple that's coming to or from Palm Springs at all times.
Yeah, they look like they have
It's
a
so
cooler
funny how we
somewhere.
keep getting roasted by the riffraff on this couch. Like, you guys look a couple of rich people.
Well, we did just arrive from Key West.
That is true. We were in Key West.
I'm just calling what I see. I'm not hating. I like it.
Yeah, our couch looks like we all just woke up here on this couch.
Like a,
I mean, I
You guys look like the-
literally, I did. That's why I
That's
just
what
got
I-
here.
you guys look like the setup for every great joke I've ever told in my life. A white guy, black guy, and a woman fall out of a plane. Have you ever been married, Ron, or no?
Yeah, I was married.
You were for how long?
Really young. I was married. Let's see. I was with my first wife, first girlfriend. Moshe actually was a part of this story for a
Oh,
minute.
please tell this story 'cause it's good.
And then in my 20s, I got divorced. I don't remember because it was a blur. But I remember when I was at the lowest of this thing and really depressed and really wanting to get out of it. And I was at the Denver airport just really moping around to myself. And I just walked past this restaurant and I see Moshe at this restaurant. And he's like, "You look like you're fucking hating life." And so we sit down for like 10 minutes and I'm just talking about him, and he knew my ex and he knew my son and stuff, and he was just like, "Well, it sounds, you can still be a good dad and you don't have to be married. You sound like you're not having fun." And it was really good conversation, and it really helped me get rid of that bitch.
But that was a special afternoon of comics on the road. It was very weird because we were like literally passing in an airport terminal. It was like, we're on Moshe, and we had like an actual emotional connection. But the funnier part was that your wife, one of the things that she, I don't know if one of the things that she accused him of in the bullshit accusations was of having an affair with me.
And then she walks by and sees you crying and holding hands.
She goes, I know you've been meeting with that Moshe Kasher at
right.
the layover airport.
Yes, you were sucking his dick at Stapleton International.
Good pull, Jimmy. Stapleton.
Yeah.
I'm from Denver.
I remember
know
The
that
Shining.
reference. Yeah. By the way, Stapleton's close.
Why an affair with Moshe? What made her think that?
It was just
Probably the socks with the.
You know what, Jim? I have no idea what would make her think such a thing.
I'm sitting between him and I can feel the sexual chemistry.
Such a thing.
So what were you guys really close, or did you spend a lot of time on the road together?
I think
She was probably just grasping or something.
Yeah. It was. I mean, mostly it was like she was fucking around, and a lot of people. When you do that, you start accusing other people.
She was having an affair with who? Natasha?
Yeah.
the Dice Man.
Oh, that was we would still be together if that was.
And we would not.
How'd you catch her? How did you find out?
I mean, it was never really like called her. It was more like I had to just put a lot of info together. She never really came and said it. That which is the harshest part is being like, I know, like I know
Right.
you didn't. She's like, nah, we did some things.
Well, did you see a text message that you shouldn't?
Saw some Facebook stuff, but
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
it's mostly just a shitty relationship
Sure.
overall. And we
It's
were
hard
married
when you're young, too.
Yeah, I mean, she was my first girlfriend. It was high school.
Did you cheat on her?
Kid.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, that's how
With
you do it.
Moshe, we already went
Oh,
over that.
right.
Yeah.
That's funny that she's like, not only do I think you're a cheater, but I think you're gay.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
actually
get
the
it.
last grasp of most women on their way out of a relationship with a man. It's like, well, maybe.
Or maybe with you, Moshe. I mean, that's crazy.
Well-
I've never been like, you're gay.
I've said that in the mirror.
Nice save.
No one thinks I'm gay ever after I put this dick on them one time, but
I did.
but no, I mean I've heard many stories of guys in relationships with women who like it gets more and more toxic, and like their last move is like maybe you're fucking your friends, which is like a crazy. It's like bomb the village kind of like
Yeah.
maybe I can find something here. Yeah.
So it's, you think it's like, no, you think it's like usually like an aggressive thing that they're saying that to kind of burn you on the way out.
Yeah, or maybe they've gotten to the end of their excuses for why the relationship isn't working, and they're like, oh, maybe this dude's gay.
Well, they're like, you're always going to hang out with the guys. What are you guys jerking off on a cookie? Like, what is that?
Yeah, and then you point out that
Is
you
that
don't
what
like
you
carbs.
think gay men do? I love that. That's how innocent you go with gay men.
I did go really
They do a
innocent.
12-year-old game at a
I
sleepover.
did a young boys game.
Not me.
Well, that's when I was still passable as a boy,
No, but
so I would
Lou-
sit in it and say I had to go to the bathroom when it was my turn.
Why would you
anyone here-
waste a good cookie like that?
No, you still eat it.
I agree with you.
What do you mean
Eat it.
waste it? You don't throw it out, silly.
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck, I love you,
I'm
Jimmy.
so dumb sometimes.
What a cookie rookie.
Has
that was
anyone
the-
here ever played a iteration of Come on the... I think that's an
No,
urban legend, right?
Louis
It's
J.
not-
Gomez talks a lot of shit to me because I said that it's never happened.
Never
and
happened.
he sleepover and he's like, it happens at every sleepover. I don't know what sleepover you're going to, motherfucker.
Then you see Lewis with a cookie mask, and you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. Because that's why my nickname was the Cookie Monster when I was a teenager. He throws him in like that.
That is a weird thing to picture a bunch of guys jerking off over a cookie. Like the last one to come has to eat it.
It's also incredibly accurate with your cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. You got to try to move it towards someone you like.
Yeah.
Who's your best friend? And you try to squirt it.
You got to be like,
cookie closer.
all right, I got to cake boss this. How do you spell that name?
So is it like considered normal for two guys to jerk off together?
I hope so.
Absolutely,
No.
yeah.
No.
Well, not for you, Sam, because
No,
that
it
just
isn't.
Not a
didn't come
thing,
out.
right?
No.
For two straight friends to jerk off together?
Yeah.
I would say that I have done, when I was a teen, I did that. I would like jerk off in a room with my teen friends. There'd be porn on.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew? That is so What if I was revealing a part of myself to you? I mean, I guess
He's
I
like
am.
telling you, and his teen friend's name is Ron Funches.
And what were you actually watching? Were you watching a movie or were you just looking at each other? Big difference.
First one to blink's gay.
You're the cookie. You're the cookie.
Sorry, honey. Tell the story.
No, it's not much of a story. I'm just, when you're young, your sexuality is so confused. You're
But
kind
would
of
you
like,
look at them, or would you guys be like looking at porn?
Well, I would
together?
look at their back because I was inside of them. But anyway, I did have like a older gay friend that would always like be like, "Why don't we throw a porno on?" And I'll sit around and jerk off. We were so young, we'd be like, "Okay, cool."
How much-
And then now,
how much older?
In retrospect, it's like, "Oh, you are a creepy predator." I see.
Yeah.
How much older?
He was probably 10 years older than us.
Oh my
We were-
God.
Can you say it slower for Jimmy?
We were like probably 16 or 15, and he was probably 26.
Oh, classic.
It's not a bad story, you guys, because
Yeah.
Because I just got off
was
work.
molested. Moshe was molested.
No,
Everyone
Moshe.
chant.
He's not. Moshe was a budding flower.
I wish people could see your face.
And then what happens? One of you don't all come at the same time, so
no,
you
that's how it works.
It's on a round, you
No,
know,
it's
that's
like
like-
it's like women's periods. We all
Yeah,
sync,
sync up.
Yeah.
So what happened? Yeah, that's a great question because if you got no one's gay, one of you comes and like, do you immediately get up and go like, oof?
I gotta get the fuck
why
out
Oh,
of
dude,
here.
the first guy that comes is like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
I like watching.
Just get up like, what the fuck?
yeah.
What
Thanks.
the fuck am I?
I'm going home, you queer.
Oh, all 6 of you are gross.
I like Natasha just staring at Moshe, the side of Moshe's face when this is going on, thinking like, maybe this honeymoon tour is not going to get to 10 years. I don't know.
I mean, this is new information.
Well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
It was before the internet, so porn was like, you had to outsource it to like.
To your gay friend, your gay
If
older
someone
man.
had a porn, you're like, hey, you got some fucking currency.
Oh, that's true.
Absolutely, because you've heard all the stories about the cowboys in the Old West just jerking off together behind horses.
Oh, my
do with
camp
the-
No, it
fire.
was inside horses. It was inside horses.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty normal. It just whatever.
I mean,
It's not that normal.
How many
I
times?
think it's weirder that I remember when I was like 12 or 13, someone had the black box that unscrambled cable.
Oh, yeah.
And we were at my friend's house who had it, and they put on the Spice Channel. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, what do you have, a boner?" And you're like, "It's actually pretty healthy."
No boner shaming.
Yeah, he was boner shaming.
And did you have one?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And
What
what'd you
was
do
it
with
like?
it? What'd you do with that young turgid gift?
Tell us.
I had to sit. I was like sitting cross-legged, and I just remember putting my pants like a tent, and then just like kind of roly-polying until it went away.
Oh, like one of those insects that when you pester it, it turns
Yeah.
into a circle.
I was like,
we
and I was
had-
like, I don't have a boner. I can get up now. And I was like, gross. Why would you have a boner at this naked woman getting fucked? Ew.
we found this porno of my dad's that he had made. Like it wasn't of my dad.
Oh, wow.
But there is
You
one of my
really
parents.
set it up like it was.
I'm sorry,
Christ.
me too.
You got to start that sentence
There
way
is
different
one.
next
My
time.
parents did make a tape at some point, which my dad just told me about.
can we
but-
get the footage?
Yeah.
But they said that they smashed it with a hammer. They were like,
That's
we
not
just looked
true.
at it and it was like just two fat people fucking. So then we just took it outside and smashed it.
Why so dramatic? Why not just
Yeah.
throw it out?
I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, we slaughtered it
doesn't
like that
sound
cow
real.
at the end of Apocalypse Now. No need to be ritualistic.
But we would.
Tim, you don't know how fat they were. They needed a hammer.
They were pretty fat. They were pretty fat. They've since died, and thank God. When I watch them fuck now, it's totally hot. But so my dad had like, you
On
know,
the day they died, you're in the trash getting the reel of
finally, mommy, daddy, I
to
miss
dance
you.
with my father.
I put it on
again.
at their funeral. I have it in the background.
So what
the
happened?
greatest
They
work.
told you?
So they had so there was a porn my dad had made with like, you know, when you would use like a camcorder and a VCR. So he like dubbed together all of these porns. So we got to learn about porn like through our dad's.
He made his own
specific
mixtape.
lens. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you're telling me he did running commentary on a porn mashup?
No, he didn't.
A director's
Mystery
cut?
Science Theater it, but he like Mystery Science Theater. He did
Like, Annie, I want you to know if you're watching this, I love you so very much.
Sweetie,
You are
Daddy loves
you are
you.
the apple of my eye. Now let's watch this girl get double teamed.
Yeah.
But it was like it was all these. It was kind of like funny porns too. It was like, Dad, maybe you're not into girls. Like, is this like your
What's
kind
a
of porn
funny
was it?
porn?
It just was like, it was like more like, there was one where it was like a girl in a limo, and they were like, all right, now give me a blowjob, and she started blowing on his dick. And he's like, that's not how you do it. And then they like taught her how to give a blowjob, which, thanks, Daddy.
Oh wow! I bet
Never
he didn't
made
know.
that mistake.
Yeah, I bet he didn't think that video was going to come back to haunt him.
Well,
That sounds like a great porn. Someone who doesn't know how to suck dick and you
yeah, I
teach
know.
her.
Now that I'm saying it, it sounds fun. But it was like,
Jim,
I was
do you
like
have
Ron
a boner
Jeremy.
right now?
Yeah, he does.
I always do when I sit next to Sam.
Right, he wants somebody to teach him how to give a blowjob.
Sam, is your balloon full right now? So we find this porn. It's called Excerpts in my dad's handwriting, sticky little fingerprints all over it. And I think we were like 11. I have a twin brother and older brother, and we would like invite all of our friends over and like push the couch in front of the door, and we'd all watch it together. Like no one was jerking off or anything, but it was like a family event. And my dad sat us down once at like family dinner, and he's like, afterwards, he was like, we need to talk as a family. I want all of the X-rated videos returned to me, because everyone would just like, we'd put them like in different sleeves of different movies. So you'd like go to watch Jerry Maguire and like a better sex video would pop out.
Sure.
So it was that, and they'd gotten at the end of the Playboy, the better sex video. So we were watching like old people with short hair, like fuck technically.
Absolutely, because who wants to see Edgar Winter get laid?
I don't know what that is.
Old guy, long hair? Okay.
I hate myself for giving you a fake laugh.
I could have said Willie Nelson. All right, we have 2 minutes left. We have to wrap up. Travis is holding up the sign.
I remember when there was VHS.
I didn't mean to end it so abruptly. I want people to get their plugs out.
Severe. 2
Oh,
minutes.
let's plug.
No, but
We don't
I-
need 2 minutes of plugs, though.
Oh, no, I know. I was just saying we should wrap it up, not end immediately.
So let's wind down, guys. Remember, Moshe, when you're
Minute
talking,
48.
start to wind down as you go.
Okay.
So
Should
the
do that
Irish
now?
Republic
Yeah.
was first founded in I remember back in the day before the internet, I would rent porns because there was a video store that would rent porns to me, but we were so poor we couldn't afford a new VCR and we had lost the remote, so I would jerk off with a broom, and I would jerk off and I
Up
would
your
press,
ass?
I would press the broom on the fast forward to the good scenes and be like, oh, this is a good part. And then
You should have done it with a mop so you could have cleaned up.